Good morning. Good morning. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Happy first day of school for those of you who have kids. First day of school for my kids. I wanted to come in with a message this morning. Just something that I've been thinking about. I know one of the main questions a lot of times people ask women who are coming out of toxic or narcissistic relationships, we ask ourselves, why did I stay so long? Like, I'm smart, I make good decisions, I'm intelligent. Why did I stay so long? And one of the greatest, most empowering part of your healing journey is when you're able to understand that question, right? So how did I get here? These are the things I work on with my clients. How did I get here? Why did I stay so long? And what parts of me do I need to change to make sure I don't end up in a situation like this again? And one of the things that I discovered on my own healing journey, and I see with some clients as well, is that we idolize marriage and relationships. We idolize it because we put it on a pedestal. And this is not to say that it's not a good thing. It's a great thing. And I do believe that is how we are meant to live. But we idolize it in the sense that we put it before other things. We put it before God. We put it before being obedient to God. God does not want us to tolerate certain things. He does not want us to allow ourselves to be abused. He does not want us to settle for someone that is not in alignment with who we are and the types of life that we want to live. He does not want us to force things, right? But because we idolize it, because we idolize the idea of marriage, the idea of family, we ignore and negate all the red flags that we see because it's so important to us. I know for myself, I grew up in a 2-family household until my mom passed away. I was 10 years old when she passed away from cancer. But I had always seen that as the blueprint. That is something that was always important to me, that I wanted. Something else that was also important to me was that I did not have multiple partners before I had a family. So it was important to me to settle down at an early age. I didn't want to hop around from relationship to relationship to relationship and have 50 people under my belt before I actually got married. And that's no judgment to anyone else. That was just the vision I always had for myself. And again, these are all good goals to have. But where I went wrong, and I see a lot of people going wrong, is that we idolize it to the point where we try to force it. We try to force relationships with people that are not aligned with who we are. We force relationships with people who don't value us. They see the value in us, but they don't cherish that value, right? They abuse it, they exploit it, they live double lives. Whatever it is, they're not right for you. And you think because I'm a good person, I can help this person be a good person, that it's all going to work out. And that is the biggest mistake you can make, because what you do is you waste time, right? And I don't really like to say wasting time, because we can learn from the time that we've used, right? So it's not all wasted, but it could have been avoided. We could have been using our time to do something better and different, right? Working on ourselves, allowing ourselves to be available for the right person, right, that God has for us. So I invite you to explore your mindset around the idea of family, the idea of marriage, the idea of being in a relationship and having a partner, right? Are you putting that image on a pedestal? Are you idolizing that? Right? Because that is what idolatry is about. It's about putting everything else or something else, not everything, but certain things before your obedience to God. What does God want for you? Right? He wants us to live a happy, healthy life, a life of abundance. He does not want us to settle and to force things and to expose ourselves to destruction and destructive people. Right? But if we idolize the idea of marriage, if we idolize the image of family, even though it may look good on the external, but it's not healthy on the behind closed doors, and you're internally not at peace because you know it's not right, but you're forcing it anyway because you want it to look good, that's where idolatry starts. That's where we're idolizing this image of marriage and not keeping our obedience to God as first place. So I invite you to look at that. It may be confronting, but it is rewarding when we start to, you can have goals, you can have desires, but we can't idolize it. We can't force things. All right. Who's here with me? Hey, Jackie. I'm driving, so let me not look too much. All right. You all have a blessed Thursday. I hope this message blesses you. And comment below if you can relate to any of this. If this sounds like something, maybe I do need to look into this, right? Let me know what you think. All right.